We've just spent the last 9 days diving here in Koh Lipe, the Maldives of Thailand. So whether you're a total beginner or a professional diver, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about diving here in Koh Lipe. Another stunning day here in Koh Lipe, and today we're taking you to 8 Mile Rock, a pinnacle renowned for having whale sharks during the low season. Today we're diving with Satun Dive with their speedboat to get us there a little bit quicker, and fingers crossed that the weather stays this good, because over the last few days we have been seeing some strong winds pushing in the afternoon, and that can make for a really choppy ride home. Fingers crossed, and let's go diving.
Koh Lipe is a tiny island in Thailand's far south, nestled within the breathtaking Tarutao National Marine Park. While celebrated for its on-land beauty, it's an even greater paradise underwater. Unlike many other destinations on the Andaman coast, Koh Lipe offers year-round diving. Dive sites within Tarutao are rotated for closure throughout the year, allowing them to regenerate. This means no matter when you visit, you'll still have access to world-class dive spots. We'll share more details on this later. We're currently taking you to 8 Mile Rock, considered one of Thailand's best dive sites. This isn't part of the marine park, so it's accessible all year. Typically, it can be reached by speedboat in about 30 minutes if conditions allow. This site is a magnet for large schools of fish, and if you're lucky, you might even spot whale sharks. However, be aware that it's a deep exposed dive, prone to very strong currents, making it suitable only for divers with advanced open water certification or higher. But don't worry, Koh Lipe has plenty of incredible sights for all abilities, which we'll get to shortly. With all this beautiful fly. Go away. Is that a massive mosquito? It was, and I've killed it and I've buried it in the sand. It's a jungle out here, peeps. Right, what was I saying? Divers come to Koh Lipe because it has some of the most unique marine life in all of Thailand. But it is incredibly hard to find, which is why we're bringing an expert guide with us today to show you all of them. Koh Lipe's underwater realm is renowned for its magnificent pink and purple soft corals. But we were genuinely surprised by the abundance of incredible macro critters here. Unless you know exactly where to look, a skilled guide is essential. If macro is your passion, Castaway divers boast some of the best macro spotters we've ever encountered. They introduced us to various species of shrimps and nudibranchs. We also discovered numerous coral catsharks tucked under rocks and crevices. Our guide even found a beautiful tiger-tail seahorse nestled within a Gorgonian sea fan. Other exciting finds include cuttlefish and big fin reef squid around the sandy areas, plus plenty of lionfish and moray eels throughout the sites. A quick heads up, watch out for the abundance of sea urchins. We highly recommend full body skin protection as an extra precaution during your dives. So is Koh Lipe good for diving? The answer, yes, it is. Even if you're a complete beginner or really experienced, there's a lot to be found here. Plus, a lot of the dive sites are only 10 to 15 minutes by Longtail boat, so it's a good option for all divers. You heard that right. Most dive sites are a mere 15 to 20 minutes from the island, including one of the top sites, which we'll show you soon. Most dive centres here use traditional longtail boats, departing directly from the beach. This means, depending on tides, you might need to wade through the water to reach your boat. Longtails offer a unique experience, though you might sacrifice a bit of space, which is worth noting if you're bringing expensive camera gear. You can see why they call it the Maldives of Thailand. Look at that water. Given its accessibility to such a diverse range of sites, Koh Lipe is an excellent choice for first-time divers. And with some more challenging sights and fantastic marine life, it's equally superb for experienced and newly qualified divers.
So what's the difference between diving in low season and high season in Koh Lipe? Well, during the low season, that's April to October every year, half of the park is closed. That's under the marine conservation to allow it to regenerate and rest from all the divers that come here. But during low season, you still have access to a lot of dive sites, including the one we're going to be taking you to today, which is what Koh Lipe is famous for.
One of the absolute highlights here is the famous Stonehenge, aptly named for its monolith-like rock formations. Just 15 minutes by Longtail from Sunrise Beach, this intermediate dive site is bursting with breathtaking soft corals, perfect for stunning wide-angle photography. Some of the most beautiful areas are a shallow 5 to 6 metres, making it accessible even for open water and first-time divers. Just be mindful that it can be exposed to strong currents. Stonehenge is open from January to October, allowing it a 3-month annual rest from divers. This means it's fully accessible throughout the low season if you prefer fewer crowds.
The other thing you could expect in low season is temperate weather. But if you're coming in May to June, typically the weather is a bit more stable during these times and there's not so much rain. July to August is where the real rain happens, and probably a little bit more of a challenging time where we're hearing about trips being cancelled and really rough weather. So you might want to be flexible with your schedule and just have that in mind if you're coming here during low season.
Indeed, there are pros and cons to diving here, both during low and high seasons, and it really comes down to your priorities. High season brings significantly more crowds to the island, but also more open dive sites within the marine park. The trade-off is that Stonehenge is closed from early October to late December. In contrast, the low season means far fewer crowds, and you'll still have access to both Stonehenge and 8 Mile Rock, arguably Koh Lipe's 2 best dive sites. We visited in June and absolutely loved the tranquil atmosphere on land and the fantastic dive conditions. So, if avoiding crowds is high on your list, we recommend the low season. Just be prepared for a quick shower or two. Watch our video about Koh Lipe in the rainy season to see exactly what you can expect.
For those of you worried about the water temperature here, even in the low season, we've been experiencing water temperatures of around 28 degrees.
Regarding dive conditions, with an average water temperature of around 28 degrees, we'd recommend at least a shorty wetsuit for comfort. Visibility here can be quite variable. We experienced everything from 5 to 25 metres during our dives. Whilst diving in Koh Lipe is open to all experience levels, some sites can indeed be exposed to strong currents.
Wet and wild, baby, wet and wild.
However, we see this as a great opportunity to gain experience diving in current, especially if you plan to visit destinations like Indonesia or the Maldives where currents are often unavoidable. If you prefer calmer conditions, there are plenty of protected sites available. Plus, the local guides are excellent at predicting current movements and will always plan your dives accordingly.
There are plenty of dive centres on this island. They all have a capped price for courses, fun dives. During the low season, you can get free accommodation in very basic bungalows or discounted, more premium accommodation if you go diving with the dive centre. So bear that in mind for low season.
Whether you're chasing whale sharks at 8 Mile Rock or marvelling at macro critters, Koh Lipe truly offers something for everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your fellow divers, and don't forget to subscribe for more underwater adventures and travel tips. Let us know in the comments below what your favourite dive spot in Thailand is, or if you have any questions about diving in Koh Lipe. Happy bubbles!